My name is Quintus, and I live in Rome during the tumultuous reign of Emperor Nero. In these desperate times, the grandeur of our once great city has faded like a dying star. Tyranny and oppression cast dark shadows over the streets, but I refuse to surrender to despair. For in the heart of this chaos, hope still flickers like a stubborn flame. Growing up in the slums, I learned to be resourceful. I scavenged for anything of value, and my keen eye often led me to hidden treasures among the rubble. My latest find, a gladiator's token, gave me an idea. I could use it to gain entrance to the Colosseum, a place where fortunes were won and lost, and where I might find an opportunity to change my fate. The following day, wearing a crude disguise, I blended with the crowd gathered outside the Colosseum. As we waited for the games to begin, I studied the gladiators with envy. Their muscles rippled with strength and determination, a stark contrast to my own skinny frame. But I was clever, and perhaps that would be enough. Suddenly, a booming voice echoed through the amphitheater. "Hail to Caesar! The games begin!" The crowd roared with excitement, and the iron gates swung open, releasing the warriors into the arena. It was my chance. With heart pounding, I slipped through the gates unnoticed and vanished into the belly of the Colosseum. Among the dark, dank corridors, I stumbled upon a secluded room filled with weaponry. A plan formed in my mind as I donned the armor of a fallen gladiator. When I emerged, I was a different man, a contender ready to face the trials that awaited. I knew I had little chance against the seasoned gladiators, but desperation fueled my determination. As I entered the arena, the cheers of the crowd rattled my nerves. My first opponent, a towering giant, sneered at me with contempt. He swung his massive weapon at me with brute force, but I dodged his attack and counterattacked with agility. The spectators were amazed by the unexpected spectacle unfolding before them. The games continued, and my victories piled up. I earned the moniker, the Shadow, for my elusive fighting style and my ability to blend into the background when necessary. But with each triumph, my mask of deception weighed heavier on my soul. I had begun to enjoy the admiration of the mob, the adulation they showered upon their new favorite. As the days passed, the competition grew fiercer. A fellow gladiator, a seasoned veteran named Titus, took notice of my rapid rise. I tried to remain wary of his probing inquiries, but he sensed something was amiss. One evening, in the dim light of the barracks, he confronted me. "I know who you truly are," he said, his voice low and serious. "Your skill, your finesse, your hidden past. It all points to one truth: you are not who you claim to be." I swallowed hard, searching for the right words. But before I could respond, he continued. "I won't expose you, Quintus. Your secret is safe with me. But you must promise me something in return. What is it you want?" I asked cautiously. "Help me escape from this hell," he pleaded. "You have shown me there's more to life than this endless cycle of bloodshed. I want to be free, and I believe you can help me." I knew I couldn't refuse his request. We devised a plan, but it was risky, and the consequences of failure were dire. Together, under the cover of night, we snuck through the labyrinthine tunnels beneath the Colosseum. Freedom was within our grasp, but just as we approached the exit, an ominous figure stood in our path, the chief guard. A wicked grin spread across his face as he recognized me. "The Shadow, a traitor," he hissed, drawing his weapon. "Trying to escape, are we? I'll see to it that your rebellion ends here and now." The guard lunged at us, and our desperate struggle echoed through the dark tunnels. We fought with every ounce of strength we possessed, but the odds were against us. In the distance, the Colosseum roared with the crowd's applause, unaware of the turmoil unfolding below. With a sudden burst of strength, Titus managed to knock the guard off balance. He seized the opportunity, and together, we overpowered him, rendering him unconscious. Our breaths were heavy as we stood over the fallen adversary. "The exit is just ahead," Titus said, his eyes fixed on the flickering light in the distance. "We have come so far, we cannot turn back now." I nodded in agreement, determination in my heart. We continued our daring escape, our futures uncertain but filled with hope. Our journey was far from over, and the web of deception we had woven threatened to ensnare us both. As the sun began to rise over Rome, painting the sky in hues of red and gold, we emerged from the darkness of the tunnels. Our freedom was close, but the question lingered: would we truly escape the shadows of the Colosseum, or would they forever haunt us? The future loomed uncertain, and the thrilling escapade was far from over. With the dark shadows of the amphitheater behind me, I sought solace in the lively streets of Trastevere, Rome's bohemian quarter. The cobblestone pathways were lined with quaint taverns and bustling merchants, offering a vibrant escape from the oppression of the empire. I weaved through the cheerful crowds, my heart still pounding with adrenaline and uncertainty. As the sun dipped below the horizon, the city came alive with laughter and music. Determined to celebrate my newfound freedom, I ventured into a lively tavern filled with merry patrons. The aroma of freshly cooked food mingled with the sweet notes of wine, enticing me further into the warm embrace of the establishment. Once inside, I embraced the jovial atmosphere, laughing and exchanging stories with strangers who seemed like old friends. The wine flowed freely, easing the tension that had been building within me for so long. I danced, sang, and reveled in the carefree spirit of the night, embracing the moment like a fleeting breath of fresh air. In the midst of my euphoria, a pair of mesmerizing eyes caught mine from across the room. It was a girl, with raven dark hair cascading like a waterfall down her shoulders. Her mischievous smile sent a tingle of excitement down my spine, and I found myself drawn to her like a moth to a flame. Unbeknownst to me, the girl was skilled in the art of deception. She approached me with a seemingly innocent charm, and I was enchanted. With a sultry voice, she spun tales of her own, captivating my senses and diverting my attention from my surroundings. In my inebriated state, I failed to notice the subtle movements of her nimble fingers. As the night wore on and the wine clouded my judgment, I felt an unsettling sensation in the pit of my stomach. My coins, my gladiator's token, and even the armor I had used for my disguise had vanished without a trace. It was as if the shadows of the Colosseum had followed me, seeping into my very soul. My heart sank as I realized the truth. I had fallen victim to the charms of a masterful thief. Anger and embarrassment surged within me, but there was little I could do. The girl had vanished into the labyrinthine alleys of Trastevere, leaving me to rue my foolishness. With a heavy heart, I stumbled out of the tavern and into the cold embrace of the night. The once inviting streets now felt eerie and unfamiliar. My pride wounded, I cursed my naivety and regretted letting my guard down. But amidst the chaos of emotions, a glimmer of hope flickered in the distance. As I wandered aimlessly through the dimly lit alleys, I heard a familiar voice. It was the gruff yet comforting tone of Titus, the fellow gladiator who had aided my escape from the Colosseum. "Quintus, is that you?" he called out, concern lacing his words. "What happened? Why do you look so disheartened?" I hesitated, but the truth spilled out like a waterfall. I confessed my foolish encounter with the girl, my trust misplaced and my belongings stolen. Titus let out a hearty laugh, patting me on the back. "Ah, my friend, you've learned a valuable lesson tonight. But don't let this setback dim your spirit. You have already shown bravery and cunning beyond measure. This is just a minor detour on our path to freedom." His words offered a glimmer of solace in the dark night. We spent the rest of the evening sharing tales of our escapades, our dreams of a life beyond the Empire's grasp. The weight of my loss seemed to lighten, replaced by the strength of camaraderie. As the first light of dawn painted the sky, we made a pact to forge ahead together, seeking a new beginning beyond the reaches of Rome. With renewed determination, we set forth into the horizon, ready to face whatever challenges the future held. With renewed determination, Titus and I set forth into the horizon, ready to face whatever challenges the future held. The journey beyond the walls of Rome was exhilarating, each step feeling like a step closer to true freedom. As the landscapes changed, from sunlit meadows to ancient forests, I found solace in the beauty of the world outside the Empire. Our encounters with fellow travelers were a breath of fresh air, sharing stories and experiences around campfires under the twinkling stars. Each person we met left an indelible mark on our hearts, their laughter and tears becoming part of the fabric of our journey. Yet, amidst the camaraderie, a lingering feeling of uncertainty gnawed at my heart. The memory of the girl who had deceived me in Trastevere was a constant reminder that not everyone could be trusted. It made me more vigilant, observing the faces around us, searching for signs of hidden agendas. Titus noticed my unease and offered his wisdom, reminding me that life was a tapestry woven with both friends and foes. He encouraged me to remain cautious but to also have faith in the goodness of others. It was a delicate balance, one that required the heart of a gladiator and the discernment of a strategist. As we continued our journey, fate led us to an ancient temple nestled in a hidden valley. The crumbling ruins held secrets from a forgotten past, and legends whispered of a priceless artifact concealed within its depths. The promise of untold riches and the allure of adventure beckoned us forward. Excitement and apprehension coursed through my veins as we delved deeper into the temple's heart. Puzzles challenged our wits, and traps tested our reflexes. Each step was a dance between life and death, and with every obstacle overcome, our determination grew stronger. Amidst the trials, we stumbled upon a scroll, revealing a cryptic map that promised to guide us to the fabled artifact. Its intricate clues led us on a journey of riddles and enigmas, each twist and turn unraveling a piece of the temple's hidden history. The anticipation swelled within us as we followed the map's trail, our eyes set on the prize that awaited us. But with every step forward, I felt the weight of responsibility grow heavier. This wasn't just a treasure hunt. It was a quest that could change the course of our lives. Our friendship was tested like never before as trust and teamwork became paramount in navigating the temple's challenges. The pursuit of the artifact was powerful, but it couldn't overshadow the bond we had forged amidst the sands of the Colosseum. Finally, we arrived at a cavern aglow with an otherworldly light. At its heart stood a pedestal, and upon it rested the legendary artifact, a radiant gem, pulsating with ancient magic. The allure was undeniable, but so was the danger that loomed. As we approached, the cavern trembled, and the ground beneath us shook violently. Panic surged through our veins as we realized the temple itself was warning us against taking the artifact. The temptation was immense, but we couldn't ignore the potential consequences. In that moment, a decision hung before us like a sword suspended in midair. Should we risk everything and seize the artifact, or should we heed the warnings and walk away? The answer could determine the fate of our Roman adventure, propelling us toward either unprecedented glory or irreparable doom. Time was slipping away, and the tremors intensified. The choice was ours, but the ancient temple held the answers to its secrets, and it wouldn't part with them easily. Our hearts raced, and our minds weighed the options, leaving us teetering on the edge of destiny.